The 15-year sentence handed down to the woman who pleaded guilty to selling Friends star Matthew Perry the ketamine that killed him 3 years ago. Good afternoon to you. I'm Kathy Vara in for Annabelle today. Today, 42-year-old Jasveen Singh became the third defendant sentenced out of the 5 people who had pleaded guilty in connection with Perry's overdose. His mother, Suzanne, and stepfather, Keith Morrison, were seen walking into court. Morrison said nobody won today and that he misses Perry deeply. NBC4's Karma Dickerson was in the courtroom for the hearing. She joins us live now with reaction from Perry's family. Karma?
Yes, Kathy, as we know that there are no cameras allowed in federal court, but there was a pretty somber, collected mood. There were no outbursts today when that sentence was read. Nevertheless, you could see noticeable disappointment when 15-year sentence was handed down. The defense was asking for time served, which would have been a little less than 2 years. Meanwhile, it was the prosecution that said 15 years, and that's what the judge carried out today. Now, we heard from a few people, including the family of Matthew Perry, but also the defendant herself, the so-called Ketamine Queen. Loved ones of Matthew Perry walked into a downtown courthouse today, 2.5 years after the actor was found dead in a hot tub in his Los Angeles home. The medical examiner says the drug ketamine was primarily to blame.
I mean, look, you'd have to have a heart of stone to wake up every morning and make a business out of feeding off the addictions of vulnerable people who are desperate for drugs.
Last year, Jasveen Singh, the woman nicknamed the Ketamine Queen, pleaded guilty to selling the drugs found in his system. According to court records, for over 5 years, Singh sold high quantities of drugs, including ketamine, methamphetamines, and ecstasy, and bragged about being a supplier to celebrities. The 42-year-old ran the operation out of her North Hollywood home. During the victim impact statements, Perry's stepmother told Singh, "You have a talent for making money. You chose the one way that hurts people." NBC journalist Keith Morrison said of his stepson, "There was a spark to the man I've never seen in anyone else," saying to the court, Perry should have had another act.
We miss Matthew dreadfully, of course, and I feel bad for the family of the perpetrator here as well. Nobody won today.
In court, Singh says she takes responsibility for her actions, but did not directly address or apologize to the families of the victims. She's one of 5 people to be charged in connection to providing ketamine to Perry. The judge ultimately sentenced her to 15 years in prison. Singh's attorney, Mark Garagos, argued she shouldn't face a sentence harsher than that of the other people charged in this case.
If you weren't in the courtroom, the argument is there's no way that Jasveen is 5 times more culpable than the person who injected Matthew Perry with the drug or the doctor who got the drug. To me, it's absurd in the literal meaning of the word. And if this is what the criminal justice system or the theory of crime and punishment is, that the dealer should get 5 times as much as the person who injects the drug, who is there to take care of somebody, then maybe I've been practicing too long.
Singh is the 3rd person to be sentenced in relation to providing ketamine to Perry. There are 2 more sentencings to go. Perry's former assistant who injected him and the person who brokered the deal for the sale of the ketamine are scheduled to be sentenced later this month. Reporting live, I'm Karma Dickerson, NBC4 News.
Karma, thank you. And our coverage of the death of Matthew Perry and today's sentencing continues online. Right now on our website, we have several articles detailing the ongoing legal case against Singh. Just head to NBCLA.com or download our free app.